Good morning. How are you?
Peachy Keen, how are you?
I'm peachy keen too.
Love it. Morning, Liz.
Morning.
Ooh, we get Liz's voice today too. Ooh.
Ooh.
Just as long as it can be on before people start, shuffling in.
Being people. Gotcha. Oh, well, since you're on, serenade us.
Serenade you.
Is it early for serenading?
Yes, it is.
All right, never mind then. So.
How's everybody doing?
Fabulous.
Oh, like that.
Yep.
Fantastic.
For the first time in a long time, whatever they did to my back is working and I feel really good. So I'm like, woohoo. So I feel amazing. Good morning, Christopher. How are you? Oh, he's connecting with audio. So
yes.
While he's connecting in with audio, Christopher is new on our team. He signed up a couple of weeks ago, and as soon as he connects in, there he is. And he's still connecting into audio. Oh, we'll catch up with him in a minute. Let's hear some good news. Who's got some?
House is live.
Yay!
Yay.
Congratulations. Very much congratulations.
Now all we got to do is get the people in there.
That's
Open
right.
houses on Saturday and Sunday.
Nice. Good morning, Christopher. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good as well. You froze up there for a second, but I think you're unfroze. So we typically, well, everybody say hi, Christopher.
Hi, Christopher.
Hi, Christopher.
We typically start this off with just good news going around on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Fridays, we do something a little bit different. So Kathy's house is live. Bree, what you got for good news?
Home Partners of America has all my paperwork.
Oh, Bree, you're an alien. I need to learn to not call on you first thing, because wherever your day takes you in the morning in the car, you're an alien for about 5 minutes. So I think you're an alien. Give it to us again. What do you got?
Okay, so my first deal with Home Partners of America, which is a lease to own.
Yep.
They've got all my paperwork. So in 4 to 6 hours, I'll be able to submit the offer to the listing agent.
Nice.
I've got 2 rental properties that are going live. The pictures were done yesterday. So they should go live by Friday.
Cool beans. Now fill us in what the home thing is and why it's different than what I thought it was.
Right. Home Partners America, for people that have the credit but don't have the down payment, it's very affordable. So my client had the minimum, had the credit, had a 640, but to qualify for most banks down payment assistance, you need a 680. So Home Partners of America, as long as you have a 580 or above, you can qualify for their lease to own. And it's only first and last month's rent.
For the down?
For the down.
Nice. Very nice.
It's got to be less than $6,000 to get into a house.
The reason why I wanted Bree to talk about that is because when she first told me about it, I thought it was like a typical, what I'm used to for lease to own, rent to own, lease purchase, whatever, which is I have a down, I don't have credit. And so those I've structured all day long. This one I wasn't familiar with. I have the credit, I don't have the down. I'm like, oh, all right, that's cool. So Liz, what you got for some good news? Go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to say they've been working with their credit last year was like 400, 500.
They come a long way.
So I put them in touch with a credit repair person that I work with. And within a year, she got them up to a 640.
Nice.
Wow.
Very, very nice. Yeah, it's just another way to build your pipeline. Yeah, it's just a pipeline.
That's my good news.
Yep, it is. It's good news. Congrats, Bree. All right, Liz, we still have you. So tell us.
Okay, so glad Bree went first because she just gave me some fantastic information. I'm working, or potentially, I'm talking with someone who's potentially doing a move either to Houston or to Virginia. And in the same situation, not sure if the credit is good to do the traditional route. So have been looking for affordable housing, programs for her to kind of see what might be out there.
I know about it.
Yeah, it's home. So Home Partners of America is across the country.
Yep. And
Awesome.
they do certain zip codes. So they'll tell you they do certain school systems, which are basically certain zip codes. So you can go into their website. I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay,
Is it
wonderful.
economic impact zones around a city, that kind of thing, whatever that's called? I forget what that's called.
It's kind of based on that. It's areas that I think they get some money from the government, but the government's not involved.
I guess that's
Okay.
kind of the best way to get money from the government.
Right.
That's for
Right,
sure.
where the government's not involved. Right. It's completely Home Partners of America, and they help you with marketing. If you want to market yourself as this, so they have Facebook marketing they can help you with, tailored to you, and they have emails and brochures.
Wonderful. Okay, so my good news just came through Bree's good news. That's what I was looking for. I was trying to find resources for someone I'm talking to who's trying to do a move and provide her some information in terms of to unpack and make decisions in terms of where she's going to make the move. But I think the financial space is the issue. And we'll delving into that. Yeah.
The credit repair person that I use is national.
Awesome. I am going to
Good.
give you a call, Bree, either later today or tomorrow.
So they can help them once they get into the rent to lease to own to buy it.
Okay.
You need one credit to get into it, and then another credit to go to a traditional mortgage company to buy it.
Wonderful. So that's my good news. Bree is my good news this morning.
That's really
She
cool.
helped with my good news this morning.
Bree, I'm glad that you're sharing that also, because we had one person on our team that hooked up with a person that was doing home credit repair, and I don't know where she found the person, but the person absconded with about 15 of her clients' information, and it was a scam. It was
Mine is nonprofit. It's free. I've put about 10 people through it, and I've closed quite a few of them.
Do you market and advertise that?
I don't. I need to, but because of word of mouth, that's how I keep getting. Like, people are like, oh, Bree knows these resources.
We're going to come back to that. Christopher,
Okay.
what's the good news?
He thought he wasn't gonna have to.
What's
I
my
know
good-
you say it, it's not happening.
I guess my good news is I'm finally getting through all the emails.
The EXP when you come
a lot
on
of
emails.
Yeah, there's a lot of emails.
Oh my
So I'm finally getting into all the different systems that I can use, and it's moving down the field. So that's my good news.
cool beans. Not to have you go through emails, but
I gotta get to it now.
there's one that's coming out today, actually. It reminds me, I gotta double check with Bev first. And it's all about click on this thing to get this free resource from the team. And I'll tell you guys, because you guys have been in the meetings, but what that free thing is, the last 3 Monday Night Live meetings that we've had, if you haven't been on those 3 meetings, they're gold. And I mean, they're absolute gold. So one is about getting private lending all set up for your own personal investing. That was the last one we had. The one before that, yeah, it's super good. The one before that was everything to do with doing a booklet campaign to go find people who want to invest. So how do you put the money together? How do you find the people? And the one prior to that was investing in ways that are recession proof, protect your clients against inflation, recession, etc. So those three together put together a very powerful package for you to be able to have something to talk to your clients. So again, not to have you go through more emails, but when you get that one, because I know you're newer on the team, we're going to send out the links the following day. And it's kind of a trick email, and I did it that way on purpose, but I'm letting you guys know, you because you're new, and the other of you because you guys have pretty much been in the meetings, that's what's coming down the pipeline. So look for that email, get your free whatever, blah, 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 whatever. It'll be coming today from Bev. So do check out those meetings. If you're crunched for time, I know Tom downloads them on our team and he listens to them kind of in the background when he's driving. If I can't catch a meeting for whatever reason, and I really do want to hear it, I go put it on double speed and I zoom through it. And then I slow it down when I'm like, wait, what was that? You know, so that's my trick, but it's really good information in there, Christopher.
Okay.
I just wanted to put a point on that because I did list. I was on the one for the booklet campaign and I was on the one for the recession proof investing, and those were phenomenal. And I missed Monday night, but it's on deck to listen to today. Those three are gold. Just want to say.
I was gonna listen to it today too. So should I start with the last night's?
Yeah, last night's was really, really good. It's literally how you talk to people and how you get private. You just set a private lending so you don't ever have to do hard money. You can invest like crazy. It walks you through exactly what to do. He's giving away his book for free. He's giving away his class for free. It's a ton of information, and it's really good information. Really good information.
Can we use it personally, not just for?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. For your personal investments, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, yes. Yep. So, but it also gives you a powerful package when you're talking to people, because instead of the normal, hey, do you want to buy or sell your house? Hey, do you know, or did you know that you can invest your money and all the gains are completely 100% tax-free? What? Did you know that you could be making 8% return on your money instead of the 1 or 2%?
Right.
And he uses a format of educating. He doesn't chase after the money. He doesn't have to. He was talking about one time he put together people in a room and he raised something like 1.8 million in one afternoon. I know. Of all private, so it's not hard money. It's literally private funding. I'm like, holy, and then how he structures it, just how he structures the entire thing to protect them, protect you, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So this dovetails in really well with you, Bree, with what you're doing, is because, well, it's that lease purchase plan. So instead of going through a company, which is a great resource, and I'm not poo-pooing the company, it's a great resource,
right.
But you could also be doing it where you're finding the properties.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, on this one, I find the nice thing about this company is you find the property, you submit it, they put it through underwriting, and when it comes back with an offer, it's almost like a cash offer.
Yep. So you could be doing that without the company.
Without the company, I could be okay.
Right. So you get the money.
I get
Yes.
the money and the transaction.
Yes, you get the transaction, you get the money, you get the property underneath your belt. It's a lease purchase. You're walking them through. You already have the credit repair part set up. So you're walking them through credit repairs, are going through the process, and you're actually purchasing.
Right.
So it's the three together are very powerful. Very powerful. I know. All right. And which reminds me, Bree, darling, if in real estate, we do everything in the beginning. We just go do all of it because we need money. That's just the way it works. So you go, it doesn't really matter what it is. I mean, I did a commercial, I did a land deal, I did buyers, I did new construction. I mean, you name it, I did it, every neighborhood, everywhere. I didn't care, just really needed to get money underneath my belt. But eventually you find your business just naturally kind of going one direction.
Right.
If it's a direction that's a good fit for you and you like that direction. So for me, that was the 1-year-old expired short sales. It was a good fit for me because I felt really good helping people. I gave a really good product and I didn't treat them like crap because the house was low priced. I didn't do, you know what I mean? It was just and they had been really, many of them had been really taken really badly by the good loan officer that we had in our area, which kind of broke my heart. Anyway, it's a good fit for me. And it was a system also. So it wasn't emotionally stuff, which is not really my gig. It was a good system for me. Once I found that, that was it. I took off with the marketing, and everything marketed around that concept.
Uh-huh.
I really pushed that concept. So if you found your niche, and I know you keep on getting referrals, and I did not know that was part of that package of the referrals. I just knew you're really good with working with your sphere. And you are very good at referrals. I mean, you are really good at getting referrals. Then there's ways, just remind me on the next coaching too, because there's ways that we could be plussing everything that you're doing and really putting that message out there. And one of the messages that I put out there was, I basically talked it, printed it, put it everywhere, that if you were told no the first time around, I was the person that, that could get you to your yes. So I specialize in people who were told no the first time, is what I actually said.
Okay.
And that people are like, well, do you know anyone else that was told no? Yes, everybody knows 100 people have been told no, they can't buy a house. Everybody knows that. So it meant lower price point for me. It's just what it meant. It meant more paperwork. It meant a lot of stuff like that, but it didn't matter because I made it up in volume, huge volume. So, all right. Challenges. Who's got challenges? Who's got what? Somebody's got something.
I thought I had enough signs and I don't. No.
For open houses.
Yeah, I told you on our call that I'm going to train somebody on how to do open house. Well, they want to do 2 to 4 on Saturday. I've got Saturday signs. They're all 1 to 3. So I've got to change all that.
Okay. On your signs that you have for open houses, do you have those little signs that you stick in the dirt, or do you have the A-frames that you put the dirt kind? Those are cheap. It's Wednesday. Can you get some more?
Oh, yeah. That's just another thing on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to use the A-frames.
Didn't they blow away?
They were heavy. They were made of wood or whatever they were made of, so they didn't. That's why I liked them, because they didn't blow away. But what I also liked about them, it's an A-frame, and there's a space at the top. This part, there's a space, and there's these things that you can buy that look like, oh, hang on, what is that? I can actually fold that. It looks like this.
Like a rider?
Kind of. Hang on one second. Imagine this part down here wider, but it was a piece of cardboard shaped like that, actually.
Okay.
And you can put your open house in here. That's all I wanted to say, was just open house. I did not put the time on there. I never put the time on there, but it moves in the wind. And so you want something, I wanted something that moves.
Attract attention.
Yeah, it attracts attention. And I hate balloons. I mean, I used to do balloons all the time, and I believe in balloons because balloons, everybody knows they only last a day. So if they're limp on the ground, you're a dead open house sign. If they're fresh, it's probably a decent sign. And the whole point of those is just movement.
You know what I got last time?
You
know those they're paper, and they're accordion and they fold up.
Yeah.
For party decorations.
Yeah, they do this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got a pack of 3 of those with streamers, gold streamers hanging down from them. And I attached those to the sign. So the gold fluttered in the wind, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. You want the movement.
Just went to the dollar store.
Love it. I love anything that we can use from the dollar store that we're doing that. The other thing that we did before an open house is we flamingoed the front yard. So what that meant was that on like a Wednesday or maybe a Thursday, I took all my open house signs. The client knew about it. And I said, look, I'm going to be in your neighborhood. So I'm going to drop everything off on Thursday. I'm going to set them up in your yard. You're going to have about 15 open house signs that say Saturday on them. And you're going, and, just know that. And are you cool with that? And they always were, they got it, that I'm just dropping off all the signs. It made it easy to put the signs out Saturday. But what I really want is I want the neighbors driving by to see 15 signs in the front yard that say Saturday. Yeah. And I want to get at least Thursday and Friday night neighbors going through there to see that.
Yeah, so all that stuff to get all the pieces together is today.
Cool
Along with
beans.
going and delivering food and after I get off of here, or
When
the
you
food bank.
when you do your open house, do you capture information on an iPad or do you capture it on a paper? How do you capture information?
I've done it both ways.
Okay,
Honestly, I think people are more intimidated by the iPad.
What about a QR code that you put in a frame and they ask, oh, can we have information about the house? They scan the QR code, they just have to put their name and their phone number, and then they get it. So that's another
Well-
way to capture the information. You know, they'd be like, oh, do you have a sheet of paper? No, but scan this QR code. And before they can get access to the information, they just have to put it in and you've captured it.
Okay,
perfect.
sounds great, except for I don't know how to do any of that. But that's fine.
You can just
It does
Google
sound good.
free QR code.
Well,
It'll walk you through how to get that. And basically, all you really need to do is capture their information so you can email them information back. So you don't have to have everything all set already. Another thing is those big, huge pads of paper on the easel.
yeah,
Those. What is special about your house? Is it a really good deal? Is it a great neighborhood? Is it a great school district? Is it the best price per square foot? Like, what is special about your house?
it's got a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of potential to do a lot of different things, but probably besides being move-in ready and well-maintained, the size, it's got potentially 5 bedrooms.
Perfect. 5 bedrooms is good. Okay, hang on. Stick with that for a second. Because that's what makes your house special. Go do the research beforehand. You're just going to go into the MLS. That's all it is. And you're going to look up every single other 5-bedroom home.
Mhm.
And I would make sure that mine was like in a good school district or had a good price or had something good that lined up, but with this, but I would put on a white pad of paper, those big white ones on the easel thing when you walk in, get your free list of all 5-bedroom homes in Charlottesville or whatever. Get your free list of something, whatever it is your house is or has. When they walk in, it's get your free list of get your free list of the top 10 deals in the area. Get your free list of the best price per square foot in the school district. Get your free list of the best mother-in-law units, the best houses with the pools, the best, whatever it is your house has, get your free list of this, because that also is an email list. And so when I'm using a lot of quotes today, I don't know what that is. But when they come in and you're gathering up, people will look at that and like, oh, hang on, I want to know about that. So on that whiteboard, we did that. We did a glorified CMA, basically. We did every single thing in the neighborhood. We had the map, we had the price per square foot. I had some reports that I had up on that board. And just again, a single sheet of paper stuck on the board where they would just gravitate towards that thing. Is this what's going on here? Because a lot of it's the neighbors, and they want to know what's going on right around there. Yeah. Do you want that information? I can send it to you. Well, can I get it? Yeah. Click in here, and I'll email it out to you. So it's just,
I haven't tried that one.
we were always looking, how do I capture their information? How do I get your information? That's all I want. Just want your information, and then after that, you're going in and I'll do whatever, I don't care what we have to provide to get it. But if you're asking for that information, you're interested for some reason.
Right.
You got something. So,
Okay.
all right. Who else has got what else for our last few minutes? Or any other things to toss at Kathy for open houses?
Hey, Kathy, I think HomeSnap has through HomeSnap, which is,
I know what HomeSnap is.
I think they have an open house app
Okay.
where you can create a QR code, and when they download when they scan the QR code, it will ask them to submit like whatever information you want, like email and phone number. And
Okay,
then send them, it will say, oh, we need your information to send you the whatever you create as far as the specs about the house. And that's one way you capture their information, and then they get the information about the house. So
do you know if that's HomeSnap Pro or not?
I don't remember,
Okay,
but just check it out. And you can also Google open house programs. There is a free one. I think it was free. When I used it, it's been so long since I've done an open house. It's been a couple of years.
yeah, I really don't like to do open houses typically, and I don't find them all that useful, but
But
people
this is
like
and I would go to Dollar Tree,
Mhm.
and those plastic frames, print the QR code, and like want more information about the house, scan here, and
Okay.
just have it prominent in the front or a couple of places in the house.
Sure. Okay, good idea.
I love it. I too hate open houses, but I brought
love them.
a stack of note cards and work. I just bring a stack of work with me just in case nobody showed. Okay, forget it. When I was doing open houses, nobody showed up. It was everything we could to get people in the door. It was 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And if you had an open house, you were lucky to get 4 people. And so we just did every trick in the book to get people in those doors. But I knew it. I knew that that's what it was like. So it just brought my work, and actually I didn't do them the last 2 years, I think, that I was actively practicing real estate. I did it the first 2 years, so a lot. But I got to tell you, sitting around being bored in open house is really not my gig. But in Washington State, you could have wine at your open houses. So,
We can have alcohol hours in Tennessee.
You can do what?
We can have alcohol.
Yeah, I forget where we could not have alcohol at all. People were like, "You did that," and it was like, "We could. It was fine,"
But we can also have guns. So Tennessee is. Kathy, I just thought about something that worked for another agent on a coming soon. They invited other agents to come out and kind of like, give me your opinion on what we should list this at.
Right.
And then, when a free, I will contact you, and the one closest to what we listed at gets a gift card.
gas card or whatever. Yep.
A gift card to get like your mortgage company or title company to sponsor that part of it. And then,
Right.
so I just thought about that, and that would have been something to target other agents to get them to get their clients there.
Sure. And it wouldn't have worked for me this time, but that's a great idea.
Yep. I've seen it also. We would do it if we needed a price adjustment and we're beating the person over the head and shoulders and we couldn't get a price adjustment. We did a market open, again, that whiteboard, and I had 3 columns of price, and then you stuck your business card on it with price. Yeah, and then the closest one to what the house would eventually sell out, and what should this house sell at? And then they all went up there, collected all the cards, got all the information. But then we would just leave it up, and when the owners came home, we had a little talk about that. Like, look, I had 25 agents in here, and they really feel this house is going to sell for $323, and you're at $340, so we got to talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had that talk already about it, because it can go either way. The market's being, whatever.
You're
But-
at a weird hump
Mm-hmm.
right here on the market. You're literally right in here somewhere. We don't know exactly where. We won't be able to tell until we get to here, and then we can look back and go, oh, that was the peak right there. Right. But we're right in here somewhere where it's softening up. The interest rates are coming up, the demand's slowing down. There's a bit of seasonal stuff going on also. And then there's a lot of fear between inflation and what's going on. So
Sure.
I really think that you're going to turn around and be able to see it. But I also think that because we're right here, somewhere here, we need to get that message out, because whenever a market shifts, there's this little tiny window of time that feels very weird, where people are like, wait, something's going on. You know what I mean? There's this general, we've been through it a bunch, so we know what it is. but there's this general feeling among the populace of there's something going on and things feel kind of weird. It's a really good window. Right now is a really good window, you know, so it's just an important message to get out. I'm glad you have it listed now. I really do, really am.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder, and their contract in Pennsylvania for their new home is finally finalized. So they should sign maybe the 15th,
Okay,
and it'll be closed. So, I mean, because they've been under contract for a while, but they've been dickering with after they had inspection, there was quite a bit of stuff that showed up.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of it was pertaining to water and made them very uncomfortable. And I understand that. So anyway, they finally came to a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad, because they've been talking between me and their other realtor and probably everybody else to try to figure out what to do,
Right,
which is kind of shaky spot to be in.
very much so. It
So,
really is. Too much advice is not good, because you always have the cousins, sisters, brothers, uncles, best friend who was an agent for like 6 months and knows everything.
yeah. But she texted me 7 o'clock or earlier this morning and said, it's live and I love the description and this and that and the other thing. And so she's happy.
Yay. Yeah. All right. Anything else before I go? Awesome
Christopher got
stuff.
challenges?
Pardon?
Does Christopher have challenges?
I wish I had some.
If,
I wish I had some challenges, but not yet. Just trying to get through all the emails and get
Soak
into
it
all
all
the
in.
different systems and trying to figure out how all this ties together. But I really like what I see, though. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. So it's just, I guess patience is the word of the day, right?
Yeah, and breathe, because I felt overwhelmed with all those emails. Oh my God.
So yeah, I can share in that feeling with you, but hopefully it'll all be done. I'll have everything kind of set up by the end of the day, and able to get into everything. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I love what I see so far. I mean, just the information. I sat in on that meeting on Monday, and I thought it was incredible. So
Yeah.
I love to learn. So I think I know I'm in the right spot. I don't think I'm in the right spot. I know I'm in the right spot. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, Christopher, if any of us can be of assistance to you, feel free to reach out to any of us.
Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes, welcome aboard. We're happy to have you and happy to help.
And
Yes,
maybe we'll
thank
see you
guys.
tomorrow. I'm gotta
Yes,
run, guys.
I will be here.
all right.
Have a great day, everyone. I got
Have
to
a
run
great
too.
day, y'all.
All
Bye.
right, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.